Hello and welcome to another episode of Making Diablo clone in Lisp. So today we are going to be continuing the stuff we were doing just the last stream, and that would be sound effects. So as you can remember, on the last stream we deduced then that in original Diablo 2 there was some bug, well, not exactly a bug, but there were some creatures which were not exactly made out of flesh, but when you were attacking those with some, I don't know, weapons like dagger or whatever, the sound was like you are attacking something made out of flesh. And that's not exactly right, and I think we are going to be implementing the proper scheme for that. Yeah, hi, hello. And yeah, for that we are going to have to implement some sort of impact table or something like that. So yeah, that we are going to be trying to do that today. So yeah, I also did some improvements on the code style, so I've made sure it fits 80 lines, I mean in all of the libraries, so now I can make a font a bit bigger for your viewing pleasure. So yeah, where was I? So I think I have a nice clean work tree. Yeah, I do. So yeah, I'm going to have some sort of impact table, but I think first of all I would want to like get those elements from those tables, and the elements would be like sounds. I would have to have like the weapon class and the armor class, so I would have to have, well, the weapon class of the attacker and the armor class of the entity being attacked, and then having to those variables I would easily like pick the appropriate sound. So first of all I would start by kind of printing those like in debug print or something, and just then implement the table itself. Alright, so I think the last stream I've implemented the armor class on sprites, so let me see. I think it was here. Yeah, right, armor class. And I think I even have it as a function, so let me see. Toggle layer from property. Yeah, layer property. So I could just call that and get the armor class, right? Yeah, right. Like from the default layer. So I wouldn't even have to supply this keyword argument. So it would be just entity, and the property name would be armor class. Alright, so I got the armor class. And then I would want the weapon class, and that's something I haven't implemented yet. So I guess I would do that right now. Alright, so how do I even pick the weapons and like calculate the damage? I think it also should be somewhere in this block of code I call a performer, because, well, it performs some action for me. Well, not for me, but for some entity. So yeah, where was that? The weapon. Okay, swing, so okay, max damage and min damage. Where do I get those from? Oh, they are in the component. Right, so perhaps I am switching that as I go in item system, like when picking up the item. Let me see. Entity delete, entity deleted. Where was that? Yeah, pick up item. I think that's that. So let me just see. So I do all of that stuff with the player entity. Okay, yeah, weapon. So I go over the list of weapons, which is like this constant list for now. Right, I go over that list. Do plist. Oh, yeah, interesting. Okay, I go over those, and then I get hash from the layers toggled, and then if I find so if I find what exactly weapon and hash table is layers toggled. Oh right, so I toggle the layer first, I guess. Layers toggled, and then I set f get hash weapon. Okay, the function get hash in common Lisp always puzzled me because it has its arguments like in reverse. The first is key and then hash table. Although you would expect like if in reverse. So I'm getting the weapon key from the layers toggled hash table. Yeah, okay. So the weapon being like dagger, short sword, etc. Keywords. And then the layers toggled are, well, those like layers, for instance on heroin, it would be those dagger, short sword, etc. So, and then I set f in that to nil. Oh yeah, I'm switching the layer, right. And then toggle layer, player entity type, and the type would be like the type of weapon, yeah, of course. Why then would I... Oh, yeah, I do that to kind of drop the weapon and to toggle the layer off. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So like to switch, like to pick up another weapon, I would first drop the currently equipped weapon and then, well, get the new weapon equipped. Alright, so... so how do I get the current weapon class? I'm not really sure. I mean, all of this like begs refactoring, so this is very much hard code and yeah, and very simplistic. But the question is, how do I make it better anyway? Okay, so I have a list of weapons with some characteristics, like minimum and maximum damage. And again, yeah, this should be unhard-coded, this should be in some separate file. But for now, just let it be. But to actually get the currently equipped weapon, yeah, I think I should have some sort of helper for that, like instead of this crappy code. Well, these 2 lines exactly. So the question is, where do I put that helper code? Because does it belong to sprite? Well, it does, but it does not, because it's kinda another abstraction level. It's a weapon. It does not really belong to sprite. But in effect, it, like in a way it does, because to understand which weapon is currently equipped, you should go through all of those layers and see which of those is on, and then the layer that's on is the weapon equipped. Let's just switch to some another, yeah. Okay. Like something like that. Sword or long sword. Yeah, okay. So stop fucking around. Where was I? Why it wouldn't? Yeah, weird. Oh, so this visibility is not saved. So in ASC Pride. Okay, that's nice. Right. So I think I should just refactor that in some helper, and then when I will be making this code, this weapon related code better, I would do something about that later. Alright, let's do this. So how do I, yeah, weapons, right. So this would be some helper, something like equipped weapon, or, well, why am I even putting that in item system? Shouldn't that be in some, well, I don't know, combat system? Well, technically it relates to items, but not really. Okay, this is awkward. Let me just check out the ASD file, because I think this would imply a dependency. So the item system would depend on some other system where I define that helper. So combat system. Yeah, perhaps it would better look in combat system. And well, item system already depends on it, so well, it wouldn't hurt much. Okay, so let's just go into combat system here, and yeah, the thing is I would have to put that constant there too. Okay, let's try that. Initialized threshold. Yeah, whatever. Let's just go here. Action, or maybe no, I would want that like defined before that action things. Yeah, let's just go here. Right, so this function, this little helper to get the currently equipped weapon would be called oh man, I'm so bad with naming things. Something like equipped weapon. Would take the entity as the argument, and yeah, perhaps I would want to make that in line to damn it, decline. What am I writing? Declaim. Ooh. Or should that be declare? I always declaim. Okay. So it would be in line. Equipped weapon. And it would. I would define the type. So that would be a function taking fix num and returning a keyword. Come on. Weapon. Alright. Well, technically it's not even a weapon, it's a weapon class. So I think I should rename it to like weapon class. Give me a sec. Yeah, that should be weapon class. Because technically I could equip any dagger, but they all will look like that one. Or I could equip any great sword, but they all will look like that. So yeah, that would be a class. So I would want to replace like weapon with weapon class. Alright. And yeah, to find that I will basically just copy that code. So I would just go over plist of weapons. Key, wow, plist. Key, yeah. Oh, weird. That is weird. Yeah, right. Well, technically that's not correct indentation, but well, Emacs is pretty stubborn in those kind of questions. Alright, so weapon layers toggled. Okay, so to get layers toggled, I would want to have a sprite and operate on a sprite. And then, yeah. So when get hash weapon layers toggled, then I would return weapon. Yeah, again, this all would be like made more complicated in the future, because there could be different weapons with the same class having different damage, obviously. So yeah, this all would be much more complicated than going over the constant list of some weapons. But anyway, let's just work with what we have. So with sprite, oh no, the entity, then we go p list of weapons, and when we have that layer toggled, we return weapon. Yeah, alright. Oh, but by the way, this this invites the dependency of combat system on sprite system. So let's see if we have that. Okay, combat system, where is that? Combat, come on, combat system. Yeah, it depends on sprite system. Nice. Alright. So I think that's it. That's our helper. So, oh, what? Why? Drive type of return from is values null. Oh yeah, I see. I should return something. So the thing is, when we didn't find that class, yeah, I should return some default class. It should be something like fists or something. How do I? Yeah, let's just return fists. Should I call that fists? I mean, in Diablo, when you have no equipped weapon, you kinda start punching your enemies with your fists. So how do I formulate that? Bare hands? Yeah, let's just go with fists. Okay, now we got our little helper. Yeah. So now let's just print both variables here when the actual hit happens. Like impact. Something versus something. So the first one would be weapon class. Equipped, come on. Equipped weapon class of an attacker entity. How do I call the attacker entity here? Okay, and then how is the target entity called? With target, target, yeah, I think it is called just target. Right. So equipped weapon class of an entity, and then, damn it. And then armor class of a target. So the armor class I could get from a sprite system, right? From layer property. Property of target called armor class. So let's just set that here. Okay, give me a sec. So I think I would also want to replace that thing in item system here, just well, for it to be more succinct. So player entity today, yeah, I do need that here. Okay, so that would just go or reduce to when equipped weapon class, come on, equipped weapon class of player entity. Oh, it's not even when, it's just wait a sec. Weapon, yeah, okay. So it would be another let, actually. And I probably should make it the one with that one. Okie dokie. Yeah, right. So the player entity and then the weapon. Oh, it should be let star, I think. Yeah, let star. So the weapon would be equipped weapon class of player entity. Yeah. So that's our let. Then we don't Okay, let me just change that. So we will drop item from player entity. Come on, from player entity we will drop weapon, and then we will just toggle it off like that, and we don't even need this block anymore, I think. Yeah, and then we do other stuff. We toggle the one that we picked up, and then change the minimum damage and the maximum damage. Okay, cool. Let's just compile that. What's there? Oh, layers toggled. Oh, yeah, okay. I would have to do that with toggle layer helper too. Toggle layer of player entity. Get hash weapon layers toggled. What would that be? Get hash of layers toggled weapon. So wait a sec. Isn't that what toggle layer does? Set f get hash layer toggles value. Yeah, okay, that's mostly that. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just toggle layer blah 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 of a weapon to nil. I think that will do it. Okay, cool. And then and what then? Combat system. Okay, I have this debug printing on, so let's just see if that works. So first of all, let's try and get hit by that spider ant. It still has the animation of attack too long. Okay, fists versus nil. Why nil though? It's not what I expected. Fists, and then yeah, it's not actually fists. Wait a sec. Yeah, there are several problems here. So first of all, this nil, but I will get back to that in a minute. First thing is fists. So fists is the default, but then this thing does not actually have fists, and I would want a different keyword to reference the table. I would want some kind of, how do you even call that? The thing that insects have, like paws? How do you? Well, anyway, this would not be fists indeed. So the thing is, I wouldn't want to replace these spider ants, the only layer, to some other name like paws. Or, well, how do I actually translate that? Give me just a sec. My English is not so good, so what would that be? Well, what would that even be in Russian? How do I? Oh. Something like that. Mandibles. Yeah, I think that's the word. Mandibles. So yeah, and I wouldn't want to replace that layer name. So I think I would also have the same idea as with armor class. Oh, I think it's stuck. Yeah, it is stuck. Lol. I think I would also want to... Oh, I even have armor class here. So I would want to, first of all, set this property here. So that would be weapon class mandibles. Huh. Okay, let's have that. No, maybe what are the possible synonyms for that? Mandibles. Huh. Insect mouth part. Okay, now I'm just randomly watching Wikipedia about insect mouth part. Thing is, well, at least judging by the sprite animation, it is not attacking with its mandibles, it is attacking with like its paws. So how do I even feet or clutch? No, that wouldn't do. Let me just try and translate that. Paws, legs, hands. No, it's not hands. Okay, let's leave that. Let it be. Let those be mandibles. Mandibles. Am I spelling that right? Mandibles. Yeah, I think I do. So yeah, that would be our weapon class here. And then here I would also want to set, let me just see, yeah, right, cloth. And hat, I don't have anything, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's just go and set all of those weapon classes here. Weapon class. So here that would be great sword. Great sword. Here it would be long sword. Long sword. And here it would be short sword. Short sword. And here it would be dagger. Alright, here we go. So now I would have different way of getting the weapon class, right? Yeah. Right. Okay, so what's the idea here? The idea that I don't want just the name of the layer, I want its weapon class property, right? So I would just want to change it here and then leave fists as the default. Yeah, that would be, I think that would do. So that would be like layer property. Entity, and then property name would be weapon class, and then the layer would be this weapon, right? I think I would get hash. So if this does not exist, we will just skip through. Then fists. No, wait a sec. This would not work for this wonderful spider ant here. This would not work because we don't have the body in the list of weapons. So I think the logic should be different. The logic should be that we go through all of the layers, and then like we find first layer that is on, and that has weapon class property, and then we return that weapon class. Yeah, I think that's that. Okay, let's do that. And I don't even need this here. So yeah, let me just do that new version of that helper. So we go over all of the layers toggled, which are let me just remember, sprite layers toggled, where's that? New hash table. Right, so we should go over that hash table. So this obviously should be loop. And again, I can't quite remember from the top of my head how to iterate through hash table in Common Lisp, so I would have to Google that again. Yeah, awkward, very awkward. So hash table iterate. Yeah. Okay, let's just look here. I usually go to Common Lisp Cookbook, but I guess this is as good. And by the way, I think it is Cookbook, but it wouldn't open. Okay. Blah blah blah. Yeah, for key being each. For keeping the hash keys. No, I want both key and value. Being using. Yeah, I think something like that. Yeah, awkward. So we loop for layer being the hash key. I reckon you can use it in singular, being the hash key, and I reckon you can use of here, the hash key of what, of layers toggled. Using hash value v, and of course it does not fit in 80 columns, so I would have to wrap that. Damn it. For layer being hash key of layers toggled using, yeah. And hash value would be like on, so then when on we would do, what would we do? Let me just think. So this means that we have a layer on, and then we want that layer's weapon class property. So I think we would go with one let, or can I like make it in one go just with loop? No, I'm not that good in using loop, and I don't like it very much anyway, so yeah, I would just go as it goes. So one let weapon class, which would be layer property of entity called well, weapon class. So when that's true, we will just return. Again, I can't quite remember how to break from loop prematurely. Return from special function. Okay, really awkward. Break loop. If no, that's not. Stop shilling on EMG. What is EMG? Yeah, thanks. Or do you mean that? Okay, sorry, my English is not that good as you might think. How to break from infinite loop? No, not Emacs Lisp, damn it. Common Lisp. For continue, no. Break? Would that be break? Loop for black belts. Okay, let's maybe see here. So return from other. You can break out of loop in a do cause using any LISP formal control flow, such as return and return from. Well, actually, I think I can just use return here because it's actually the last thing that I want to do in function. Return and close always returns from the immediately enclosed loop expression, while a return and return from. What's the difference? In a do close can return from any enclosing expression. Return. Oh, so return here is the part of a loop itself. Okay. And, yeah. Anyway, I think I just want just a simple return here. Yeah, and the value would be, well, weapon class then, I think. Yeah, so probably this awkward function is finished. Something is wrong here. Oh yeah, no, I want to return something in case it does not, it haven't found any layer we want, so... Yeah, I think I can go with finally close. Finally, return fists. Alright, here we go. Yeah, no warnings. Okay, cool. So I think I want to restart the whole game since, yeah, I changed the sprite files. Alright. Okay, let's see. Oh, it's fists again. Why? How? Why haven't I? Alright, let's see. Fists. Yeah, the second one, when I hit that monster, it was fists versus Kitin with it, which is actually right. But yeah, fists. These should not be fists, those should be mandibles, because, well, they are set here with weapon class. Why it is not happening? Oh, it's inline. Okay, I see. Let me just make a new game and then recompile. What do I want to recompile? Yeah, this one. Yeah, them inline functions. So let's just wait until it hits us. Oh, come on. Stop being so clumsy. Okay, cool. Mandibles versus nil. And for some reason 2 times. Or was it just 1? Okay. Okay, just once. Yeah, right. So this is right now, and then if I hit it, we got fists. Okay, so I got the first part right. I got the proper weapon class. So now I want the armor class, which is not right for my heroine. Why it is like that? Okay, so let's see. First of all, I would make this thing stuck. Come on, mate. Go over here. And then just... Nope, I'm stuck myself, so... Yeah, now it's stuck. Okay, cool. So... Oh, it still hits me, damn it. Right, where was I? So I have a player entity, which would be something like 25. Yeah, okay. So... How do I get its... armor class again. Yeah, right, so I'm calling layer property. Okay, let's see. Let's just call layer property. Damn it. Layer property of player entity with yeah, like with name, yeah, with property name of armor class. And we got nil. Yeah, why do we got that? This shouldn't be nil. Property name or layer first layer names. Okay, let's see. So with sprite player entity, damn it. So we want to get from a player entity, from its sprite component, we want to get layer names. Yeah, and the first layer is clothes. So, well, obviously, if I call first here, it will be clothes. So, I actually set on the cloth layer here, I think I have, oh yeah, I haven't set, no wait, it's here, armor class. How the heck, it's not working. Yeah, okay, let's have a look at layer data. So yeah, obviously a hash table. So oh, they all have 0 except short sword, which has 1 property, which is weapon class dagger. Oh, I think I have my my file parsing wrong, because that's definitely wrong. Yeah, layer data. Okay, let me just have a look at mobs layer data. So if I just go with mobs and then just print entity. Okay, so this mob entity is 16. So let's just have a look at its layer data. Oh, okay, 16 and then layer data. Yeah, hash table of 1, obviously. Element body, which has 2 properties, armor class chitin and weapon class mandibles. That's perfectly right. What's wrong with the heroine sprite? Because that's definitely something wrong. Weapon class dagger. Yeah, head, clothes, properties, clothes, armor class, flesh. Okay, let me just try and add some space here, and then remove that space, and then resave the file. Flesh, yeah. Okay. So let me just try one more time. Yeah, sure. So I would want to look at player entities layer data. So let's just start new game and we'll look at that. Table of 6. Again, that's not right at all. Yeah, it's like totally wrong. Okay, so I think I would have to look at my parsing and see what's wrong. Okay, so sprite system. So let's see. I think I had some helper that reads those data. Yeah, I think that one, sprite frame data, and then yeah, this one, load sprite layer data. So, how do I debug that best? So I could have made some sort of tracing, but it's just one function and, well, it would be too high level. So would I have to resort to my favorite debug printing? Yeah, I think I would have to. All right. Chunk one, chunk blah blah blah. Yeah, I think somewhere here I would want to just maybe print this chunk and see what's there. If that would make sense. Okay, here we go. Where user data chunk let blah 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 minus p. No, I think maybe I should have inserted debug printing a bit later, because that's too much. So maybe, oops, no, how do I, why, okay, I think here, minus, yeah, so only when I'm sure that this chunk is related to layer, I print it here. Yeah, but would that help a lot? Okay, yeah, anyway. So we have weapon class longsword, shortsword, dagger, mandibles, and armor class chitin. Oh, here we go, armor class flesh. So I think pretty much. Wait a second. No, that's not right at all, because for on every of those chunks the layer ID is 4. That's not right at all. And then 0 for this one. Yeah, that's just the other, that spider ant sprite. So the thing is, yeah, this layer ID here is totally wrong. Okay, why? Why this is wrong? User data chunk. So I make it only here, and yeah, layer ID. So the logic here is that we put here either invalid index, which is -1, or cell chunk layer ID of last cell chunk. Oh, yeah, right. Would that be totally right though? Okay, I think I should have a look at the documentation for ASC Prite file format. Yeah, this one. So, chunk types. I think I can search for user, yeah, user data. Insert this user data in the last read chunk. For instance, if we read a layer, this user data belongs to that layer. If you read a cell, it belongs to that cell, etc. I totally should look and, well, print the type of chunk which was before this user data chunk. So how do I really... Okay, chunk, blah, 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 chunk header, binary chunk header type. Alright, so I think I would just print that, and, well, print the type here. Okay, that would be a lot of information. So the user data chunk is 2020. Could I print it in hex though? Let me just have a look. Integer to hex conversion. It's a string format with tilde x. Okay, cool. So let's just do that. Wait, what? Let's just shrink as this. Oh yeah, of course. Right. So now, when I launch that, that would be a lot of information, but I kinda need that. Yeah. Okay. Let's just analyze that. So at some point here should be user data chunk with incorrect layer ID. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I think it's even like they are going one after another. How the heck do you expect this to work properly? And all of those are 2005, which is what that is. 2005 cell chunk. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. And then before that, well, that's a lot of chunks. Oops. Damn it. Oh crap, now I turned on this crappy i3 thing. Yeah, here we go. Where was I? So, yeah. 2005, but what was before all of those cell chunks? That is not making sense. Okay, here we go. So I think those are all the same, but 2020. So this was, wait, what was that? 2020 is user data. How the heck? Okay, maybe I should call here how that function was called to flash output. Was it like flash output? Output? No. Flash. I can't quite remember. Oh, how did I? Damn it. No, redo. So how do I flash common Lisp output? Standard output. Wait, what? Force output. Yeah, I think that's the one. Initially empty and attempts to ensure that any buffer output something reaches destination and then returns. Yeah, maybe finish output is what I want. And then also in that print before. Oh, wait a sec. Where? Damn it. User data. Here we go. Where? Oh, I'm printing it at another place. So let's just print it here then. And after the print, also do finish output and then the function. So yeah, I don't want to print it here. Damn it. And then here, in this red chunk and here. Alright, so now that should work as I want it to. At least it should debug print all the things I want. Alright. So, okay, here we go. The first user data chunk. Right, so those belong to cells. I'm not really interested in those. Yeah, and now here we go. User data. For weird. That all is very weird. So 2004 is, if I'm recalling correctly, the layer chunk. Yeah, it is. Layer chunk. Why this number 4 though? Am I doing some prints somewhere else? Okay, that is getting weirder and weirder. Chunk, let's just print the word chunk here. Just exit them and try that again. Yeah, my favorite part, the debugging. So yeah, there is chunk of type 4, which is against any spec that I know of. Chunk types. Oh yeah, the old palette chunk. Ignore this chunk if you find the new palette chunk. The sprite 1.1 saves both chunks, just for backward compatibility. Okay, okie doke. So 2005, then 2020. So those are user data, but wait a sec. How am I setting? Oh. 2020 and then. Okay, I think I also getting this wrong. Because, oh no, I'm not. The layer ID is different. So the cell ID are the same, but the layer IDs are different. Have I really set that to be? So first of all, what is that even? Is that the death animation with last stance? No, it's not. Idle? No. Swing, block. Huh. Weird. Last stance. So which of those is last stance? Yeah, I think that should be death animation. What else? So this is last stance, but also non-interruptible. So that's not. Wait, I reckon setting or making some of those stances like last stance. I can't recall which one. Cell ID 5. So let's see. 5. That should be walk, I guess. No, that's not walk. 5. So if we count from 0. Nope. Okay, this is all very weird. But again, right now I'm not really that interested in those. Okay, maybe here I would want to add some other print or like pre. Okay, let's just to make it a bit more readable. Alright, so here we go. Chunk 2005, then 2020, 2005, then 2020. So this all kinda makes sense, even though this looks somehow wrong. But yeah, anyway, I'm interested in layer chunk properties. So yeah, here we go. Chunk 2004, which is layer chunk, and then 2020. Layer ID 4. What the heck? Okay, so I would want some another debug printing for chunk type 2004. So I would want to print the layer ID here. I need one layer ID in cuff layer ID. Yeah, that one. So I would want the print. Yeah, okay, so let's just do the print here, and after that pry, and then finish output. Here we go. So another try. Wait, what? The index 0 is the large for list length 0. I beg my pardon. How? Let's sprite layers. I'm not even Oh, by the way, these were for another sprite file. Yeah, okay. This explains a bit of things, but what's with that? This happened after I changed this one, right? Oh, I should return this chunk. Damn it. How did I even... No, wait, should I really... Yeah, I think I pretty much should return that. So wait a sec, how did I... Did it here? Oh, I didn't... Well... I think I'm even thinking about some sort of macro, but yeah, anyway. Print. God damn it. I'm going to just make one. So should that even be macro? Yeah, let's just do a function. Debug print some values. So to debug print that, we will print the value, then terpry, then finish output, god damn it, and then return v. That's the idea. So we will remove that crap, and then instead of print we will debug print. Yay. And then in those other places, yeah, like here, if blah blah blah, debug print. Alright, so I think this should work now, and by the way, I would also want to debug print here the name of the file, but I don't really have the name at this point, I think. So let's see, sprite. No, I should be calling that somewhere. Wow, weird. Okay, let's just search for that. Load ASC sprite. Sprite system. Yeah, here we go. ASC file path prefab name. Yeah, I think I should print it here first. Prefab name, and then maybe terpry and finish output, just in case. Alright, so now my debug printing should be perfect, and I finally can understand what's happening with those ASC sprite files. Okay, loot, that explains things. So after that, heroin, and that's the file I'm interested in the most. So okay, first of all, okay, so this is wrong right out of the bat. We have chunk 2004, which is layer chunk with ID of 0, and then we have chunk 2020, and then we somehow set layer ID to 4. I mean, what the what? Right, layer ID. Let's see, right. The for layer ID. Right, prog1, print. Which means that layer ID is 4 by this point in time, and after that 2. That's just bonkers. Well, I think the problem should lay in direction that layer ID is dynamic. That perhaps is the problem here. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, so those layer numbers are all correct, but and then incf. So does incf work on dynamic vars? Oh man, so let's see. Test. And then let test be 42. And then we incf. Damn it. Test. Then we incf test and then print it. No, I think that should work. Yeah, 43, just as expected. Perhaps I am using some incorrect. Where's that? Some incorrect value for layer ID there. So let's see. User data chunk. Oh, I'm doing something very different here. I'm not using last layer ID. I'm using the cell chunk layer ID of last cell chunk. But if the last chunk was well, the layer chunk, then this all is wrong. Because yeah, I mean the last cell chunk would be 4 in this case. So I think I should tweak the logic here. I should put it somewhere. Right, so which logic? Yeah, I think I need some more sugar for my brain to solve that. Right, so I need to understand if just the previous chunk was the layer type chunk. So maybe I should just store also the last. Oh, and by the way, I think I have a bug about that. So I'm not setting that to nil after. Yeah. Cell ID. So I also should set this to nil. And then I also want perhaps just a previous chunk type, right? Yeah, I think that will do. So where's that defined? All right. Claim type. Yeah, fix none perhaps. So this would be something like last chunk type. Yeah. Here we go. So last chunk type. So last chunk type here would be 0, 2, or maybe even -1. And then I would have to set it somewhere. So I think the best place rather would be here. SE binary chunk header type chunk header. Yeah. Right here. So I would probably just set f it here, last chunk type. Yep, here we go. And maybe I should break the line. Ah, damn it. Somewhere here. yeah, last chunk type to that one. Right, and now I should make the condition here a bit more complex. So instead of just that, perhaps I should use cont here. Oh, how did that happen? So if I not set it here, alright. Yeah, anyway. So, cont. So first of all, if the last chunk type was that 2004, right? It is the layer chunk, yeah, 2004. So if that is 2004, that means that we just read the layer chunk and we just have to set this field, which is layer ID, to that chunk's to the chunk ID, which would be layer ID. Yeah, I think that's correct. So in other case, wait a sec, I think damn it, I never could remember how many parentheses you should put in your cont. Yeah, awkward, again, very awkward. Right, so there are two, and then, okay, this one, and then this one. And then, should you just... so, this, like, yeah, okay. Awkward, very awkward. So, again, if after that, so if last chunk type wasn't layer chunk, then we just go with that logic. So if last cell chunk is not nil, we set it to like this one, otherwise we just set it to invalid index. Here we go. Yeah, I wouldn't do that yet. Alright, so let's just see. I wouldn't look at debug output this time. I would just I would just have a look at the actual... oh, wait, what? Last chunk type is unbound. How the heck is that unbound? I mean, it is right here, right? Frame type, last chunk type. So it could not be unbound, actually. Type. Yeah. Okay, now you're just weirding me out. Rechunk. Virtual binary stream. Okay. So 8224 in hex is 2020, which is property type. So where is that? Yeah, here. Right here. So last chunk type is unbound. Come on, stop shitting me. Last chunk type. That's just not making any sense. Perhaps I should just restart my Lisp and remove my fastness. By the way, so how do I cache? Yeah, but just the correct version. Yeah, here we go. So again, it recompiles everything from scratch, including all of the dependent libraries. And then, yeah, here we go. and now that works. And now it does not. Why? How does that even happen? Load sprite layer data. Okay, let's just look at the debug output here and check if that's correct. So those are the loot sprite file, and we set one of those properties for the same cell ID but different layer ID, which is correct, I guess. Then we have heroin sprite. We set, oh, hello, chunk 2020 armor class flash. Huh. Weird. That's weird. We start with layer ID of -2. And then, by the way, it is -2 for all of the other layer chunks. That's just really weird. Okay, the thing is that maybe I'm not really setting that layer ID there. Include layer ID. But still, -2. That just does not make any sense at all. I don't even have this constant here. -2. Layer ID. So prop on layer ID and then incaf layer ID. So I start with 0, right? How come it's -2 here? Alright, so -2. No, that just does not make any sense at all, because I'm even printing it here, and it should be correct. Am I using dynamic variables wrong again? I think I might be. So let's see. User data chunk. Yeah, here. So I'll just debug print it here, like the layer ID equals to that, and then layer ID. Last chunk type, and maybe I will also debug print this last chunk type. Yeah. So let's just see what's even happening here. Yeah, sure. Alright, let's see. Heroin. And then, okay, last chunk type. Damn it, I should have used hexadecimal. Okay, just one sec. Just for the clarity of it. Yeah. Alright, so heroin, where is that? I've lost it. Damn it, where is that? Loot and then heroin. Here we go. So 0, chunk 2020, then last chunk type 2020, and then oh, I'm setting the last chunk before. I should set it after. Yeah, I see what the problem is with my code. I should not set effort right here. I should do it just after the call. So I'll just copy that and go to the end here and set effort here. Damn it, it's right 80 columns, so I would have to break the line. Okay, and then here I would just use this last chunk type. Okay, now it definitely should work. Damn it. Fell through case, one of. How? What is? I'm not. Oh, I should return that, right? This is getting a bit complicated. Chunk equals let. Yeah, okay. Stuff. Last chunk type. I'm thinking what would be the most elegant construct to use here. I mean, I should return the value of this read chunk call, but after the actual call, I would have to setf this thing. So how do I mean, I obviously should put that to some temporary variable. Oh man, yeah. So I think I will just command that and then go with let. Just chunk be that one. Yeah, I will balance the parentheses later. So that would be the end of the let, and then this one, and that's the end of this let. Okay. Nope. What's wrong here? Undefined variable chunk header. Oh yeah, that should be a let star. No, the variable chunk is defined but never used. Oh yeah, I should return that, obviously. That's why I'm doing that crap. So yeah, chunk. Okay, no warnings. Let's see. It definitely no, it's not working again. Crap. Read chunk. So okay, what is 8197 hex? Okay, 2005. So where is that 2005? Oh yeah, that's the cell, and it's weird. I think I might have broken something. Alright, so let me just maybe comment this one. This definitely look like I have broken the reading from the file, like the order or something. Yep. Oh, that's different now? No, I think that's... Yeah, I think I definitely broken something, so let me just put it back for a bit. Oh, I think I perhaps know what problem might be, so... No, that's the binary... Okay, what is this macro again? Is it mine? I think it is. Binary... Killer type. No, I think this is just the accessor for a structure. Yeah, that should be. So it should not really break anything. Okay, let's try. Yeah, now I've unbroken it, but not really. Oh yeah, that's expected. That's because I'm setting like wrong value -2 here. Yeah, right, that's expected. So the thing is that I want to do this setf afterwards. So first of all, I should do that. Let's see. Oh, what? How? Okay, let me just maybe restart the whole thing. And then, yeah, sure. I should really quick load the engine library and then switch to package. Alright. Huh. That's weird. That's not expected at all. From K60. Weird. That's weird. Sort of last chunk tape. -1. Huh. Chunk header. I think I'm kinda lost here. So if I put that setup back, then it kinda loads. That's really weird. But yeah, okay, let's just try and slowly fix that. First of all, I want to remove a command this stuff. And then I would try and put that into another let. So this would obviously be let star. And then I would put that to variable called chunk. And then at the end of the let, I would return the chunk. Okay. So let's see. Let index -2. Yeah, that's expected. That's because I'm again setting this very invalid index here. Right. Yeah. So, what if I now set f it here? So just do that and use just this here. Wait, does type stream? Oh, here this should not be last chunk type. This should be this one. That's why there was those weird problems. So okay. Now I think that might work. And it almost does. So now at index 6 for simple vector 6 should be non-negative 6. All sprite layer data. Huh. Result 6 closed aggregate sort head long sort short sort. So let's just have a look at close. No, this does not look right. Damn it. But it's kinda better, I guess. So let's see. For dagger, the weapon class is short sword. No, this is not right at all. For dagger, it's short sword, and then for long sword, it is great sword, and for short sword, it is long sword. I think I noticed the pattern here. It's like off by 1. Yes, I think I really should remove 1 somewhere. Give me a sec. User data in user data chunk method here. Layer ID. Yeah, perhaps I should just remove 1 here. Yeah, maybe this would break. I mean, remove this here then. Oh, I think that worked. Yeah, that kind of worked, which is weird. So I would want to have a look again at layer data of a player entity. Yeah, here we go. Please stop killing me. I would just hide here. Okay, so let's have a look at this hash table finally. So it very much looks right by the sizes of hash tables. Let's see. Short sword. Yeah, weapon class short sword. Nice. Long sword. Weapon class long sword. Head, no properties at all. Great sword class great sword. Dagger class dagger. And then clothes, armor class flesh. Awesome. So let's now just maybe have a hit from this guy to see if that works correctly. Hello. Mandibles versus flesh. Yay! It worked. Okay, cool. So now I finally have both of the variables to reference this impact table. So let me just maybe quickly clean these debug things I've put here. So yeah, I don't really need any of those. Command system. Yeah, I don't need this debug print function here. I don't need this debug print here. Oh boy, that would be a lot of cleaning, but I do need last chunk here. Then this make user data chunk. Okay, user data chunk. So I don't need this, I don't need this. Alright, that's it. Now, last cell chunk and last chunk type -1. So in this let star, I would also tweak things to be a little bit better. Right chunk, nope. Oh damn it. Nice binary chunk header type. Perhaps I should also put that into variable. Yeah, let's just do that. Chunk type. Sorry, chunk type, and then all of that stuff. Yeah, and then setf that here to chunk type, and then return the chunk. Alright, so I definitely should make this fit 80 lanes. Still does not. Damn it. Minus binary chunk header size. Maybe just put it here to chunk type and chunk size, right? Where are those chunks? Yeah, so the first perhaps should be size. Binary chunk header size. Right, so now we can use it here. Chunk size 6. Yep. So now it nicely fits 80 lines. Oh, wait a sec. Extra parentheses here. Now this setf and return a chunk from this let. Yeah. Wait, what? Chunks? Why? The let binding spec is malformed. Oh, I thought so. How is that malformed? Oh yeah, I see. What now? Whoa. Do and finally are not a known format. Wait, what? Are not of known argument keywords? What? Make as a file. do, and finally, I mean, okay, so this, why, damn it, oh, I think there is extra parenthesis somewhere, yeah, here, right, okay, cool, so, let's see, impact here, maybe I should put back those weapons constant in item system. Yeah, I will just do that. Identity weapon, weapon class, and then I would just remove it from here. Yay. So now, just to be sure that I haven't broken anything, I would restart my whole Lisp image and quick load this and and maybe even remove the cache, the compiled fossils. So yeah, quick load that. Now switch to the package and try the demo. Okay, it looks like working, so let's have a look. Let's see the debug output for the impact. Now, mandibles versus flesh, yeah, just how it should be. And now let's hit that guy, yeah, fists versus kitten, just as it should be. So now I have my like variables for the attacker and the attack target to get the sound from the impact table. So now that's just a little thing to do. I would just have to make this impact table. I haven't really thought yet about the file format for that. I could use just Lisp forms, perhaps, or maybe I can resort to some sort of, I don't know, table formats. I mean, CSV does kinda make sense, or maybe there was this format for like game dev things like called CastleDB, so I can maybe use that. It has like this thing. Yeah, perhaps I would use this thing rather and have like a table of the attack sounds with that. It kind of will make more sense, I think. It's kind of easy to parse because I mean, under the hood it's just the basic JSON, so it's just easy to use. Alright, so I think I would make this thing later this week. So yeah, I think that's all for today. So thank you very much for watching. Get back next Saturday if you want more. So yeah, take care and goodbye.